So I was planning on not making this video at all, but I need an excuse to talk about BlazBlue Alternative Dark War for once. And I can't really talk about it much because it's in a language I don't understand, even with the translations out. So yeah, let's talk about Alternative Dark War. So a lot of people come by and ask, you know, when do you think this game is going to come to the West? I get that question quite a bit, not that much really, but the idea of BlazBlue Alternative Dark War coming to the West, it makes sense, you know. I personally believe it is going to come to the West. It depends. It honestly, I'm on the fence about it. On one hand, I could definitely see it not coming over to overseas or getting a translation. One hand, Mori is going to translate. It's not going to translate. My bad. He's going to write a lot for the actual game. Like what's out right now barely scratches the surface about how much lore Mori is going to write for Alternative Dark War, and I just don't see the translators and whatnot, or whoever is going to work on this game. If, you know, ARCSYS is going to get them to translate and localize it. I don't see how they're going to do that, but, you know, stranger things have happened. A lot more text in various other games have been translated before and localized. But I don't know Alternative Dark War, really. I don't know, like, what its deal is in Japan. I don't know how well it's doing over there. I don't know if ARCSYS is going, because, like, localizing and translations cost a lot of money. So I have no idea if ARCSYS is even going to put that much effort into doing that just to release it overseas, because I feel like it would have to do really well in Japan to justify getting a localization, right? And while as much as I would like to see this game get a localization so more people can play it, especially me, so I can understand what the hell's going on with having to look up a wiki or someone else's translations. Oh yeah, by the way, kudos to the people who are putting all the work out there to translate this game. You are golden, because shit, man. This is the sad thing about being a fan of a Japanese game. You know, you gotta sit here and suffer. But anyway, I don't know. That's the biggest thing I can say right now. I have no idea. And yeah, there's a possibility it could come over. There's a possibility for everything, but I don't see it coming over. If it does, yay, awesome. But for me, in my opinion, I just don't see it. I've been saying that before, like, I wanted to come over. When I made my earlier videos when Alternative Dark War was just before it came out, I was saying, man, you know what? I have a possibility that this game is going to come over. But then more information started released about it, how Mori write a lot for it. And I don't know. I don't know if Alternative Dark War is still going over in Japan. It has to be doing well to some extent, right? People are playing it. People are pouring money into it. People are, you know, they're playing the game, you know? And people who aren't even, like, understanding the language are playing the game over here in the West and other places. And, hell, I'm playing the game. Even though I ain't play it much, I'm playing it. And I only play it for the lore. I love BlazBlue. And, you know, I said I play BlazBlue because I love BlazBlue. But I do want to see it come over, but I don't have faith that it is going to come over. I mean, if it does, cool. But ARCSYS has a history of not releasing shit over. Like, you know, things like, you know, the light novels, they had no reason to, you know, send those over. Like, you know, Phase Shift, Spiral Shift, Blood Experience, they didn't care enough to release that shit over when they didn't care. You know, ARCSYS wasn't going to do that. Like, what? Remix Heart and Variable Heart, they didn't get official translations. They didn't get them officially, so they didn't send those over either. So, knowing how BlazBlue side media barely gets translations, you know, like official ones, I don't see it happening. At least for Alternative Dark War, I don't see it happening. I just don't see it happening. Like, the games, I can understand. You know, BlazBlue, Claim Nature, Continuum Shift, Pro Phantasma, Central Fish, I can get. X-Blaze, to a certain extent, I can get. You know, they're games. I feel like they would actually put more stock into the games they're making, you know, in regards to translation. But, like, any side media that they don't really, you know, need to mess with, I don't think they're going to put more effort in that. Then again, there are some times they just do random shit for the sake of random shit. Like, for example, there was, those BlazBlue games, like the ones for the 3DS and the DSiWare shit, they got official ones, I think. I can't remember. I know one of those games did, if I remember correctly, but it's not here nor there. The point is, I feel like Alternative Dark War is just not going to do it. I feel like Alternative Dark War is going to be treated as the side media thing where the ARCSYS is not going to bother, giving it a translation and sending it over, because I feel like they're not, like something about this just feels like they're not going to do it. And if they did, it would cost them a lot of money, because it's not like a thing where you can just make the game and you're like, you're done translating the game, you're done localizing it, you send it over, boom, you're done. But this is a mobile game with continuous updates and continuous work being put into it, and I feel like it's not gonna be be worth it in regards of ARCSYS, all that ARCSYS money. I mean, I don't know. I really don't know, because it feels weird. It feels weird they would not do it, but at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised if they just wouldn't bother handling alternative Dark War over to a localization. If they do, I would be really happy, because I can finally understand the lore. I love BlazBlue Lore, so getting this game translated and localized would be happy. I would be happy about that. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I just don't know. It's like one of those things that's like, it has a really low possibility of even happening. I'll put this on a scale, right? A scale of 100%, right? I will put the possibility of it not getting over here to the west on the left side of the scale, and I will say, okay, the possibility that it is coming to the west on the right side of the scale. And when the scales tip, I see that the possibility of it not coming to the west drop significantly. Let's give it like a 90% that's not coming over, 10% that it is coming over. That's my guess. To me, there is a 10% chance. I don't want to be like a negative person, say 0 or 1% or some shit like that. I would say that there likely is a 10% chance that this game will come over, but I don't see it. Like, honestly, ARCSYS could easily keep this game in Japan and not matter. I feel like in regards of getting their things like sent overseas, like localized, I feel like the games are their main priority, because I feel like they're not gonna put their. I don't know. I feel like just it's the games. And obviously Alternative Dark War is a game, but it's not the main thing they're talking about. Like, for example, if Guilty Gear got a mobile game, I feel like they would put more effort into localizing that than BlazBlue. Something about like Guilty Gear is like ARCSYS' main thing, So I feel like if Guilty Gear got a mobile game, they would localize it. If that's an if, but I feel like Alternative Dark War has an even lower chance than that. It's lower than if, and that's depressing to say, but I wanted to see it come over. I really do, because like shit, there's so much stuff I'm not gonna know, and then there's so much stuff that people are going to know because they know the goddamn language, and I gotta deal with translations, which is not a bad thing. It's just that BlazBlue has a history of slowly getting there. Obviously I can't say nothing about the people who are translating the work, because they're putting a lot of work into it. They're putting a lot of work into something like this because they love BlazBlue, and they're putting the work into it, like even translating the events that happen in Alternative Dark War, or translating those text. That's a lot of hard work. That's a lot of work. Even if you know the language, that shit's hard work. You gotta read each text, each box of dialogue, and then know what it's saying. That shit takes a toll on you, man. That shit takes a toll on you. And I can't thank people enough who are actually putting their asses on the line to do something like that, just because they want other people to see what's going on, because they care about the franchise, because they care about the lore, and I can't appreciate them enough for this. But at the same time, I'm like, damn, dude. Like, obviously, we can't get too far in just translators. We can't get that far on it. We can, but putting all the work on just fans like this is stressful. Like, ARCSYS needs something officially. But I would die the moment they did something like, oh man, we're bringing all our media in Japan to the West. Here you go, you filthy weebs. Let's go. But yeah, it's honestly don't know what else to say. It's depressing, really. It's depressing. It's depressing being an ARCSYS fan. It's depressing being a fan of lore when you can't get it. Some of this shit just stays exclusive in Japan, and that's what I believe that Alternative Dark War is going to be. It's just going to be a Japanese exclusive mobile game. And as much as I hate to say that, It's just, it feels like it. Just feels like it, you know? Like, I imagine if Mori had an interview saying, oh, look, don't worry. Like, if he actually outright said, yeah, this game will come to the West, I'll be shocked. Like, if he had, like, an old interview and he said the game was coming to the West, at least we had a guarantee that could happen. Maybe. But, you know, considering Alternative Dark War took all these years to, you know, exist after Mori even said it was going to come out, it took too long to, well, I can't say it took too long, but it took too long to come into being after Mori said it had an existence back in 2018 to 2017, around that time. And if it took the 2021 to come out, yeah, I'm not really hopeful it's gonna get localized, I swear.